Water effects. Digital Domain was tapped to destroy two of America's most recognized cities for this sci-fi epic, The Day After Tomorrow, from the director of Independence Day. This director obviously likes to destroy planet Earth. In New York, it was by a tidal wave. Intelligent, interactive CG water sweeping through photorealistic recreations of Lower Manhattan. That is a tall order. In LA, it was a twister with shot layering, CG elements, and volumetric effects combined to wreak urban havoc. Notoriously hard and CPU-intensive water effects. Digital Domain relied heavily on its award-winning Storm software package to create the devastation. Proprietary software, that's basically what that means. If you're working at a studio and they have their own piece of software that they've coded up, we call that proprietary, meaning it's not off the shelf. Nobody else knows how to use it except the people in that studio. There's good and there's bad. The good, of course, is that you can code up software to do exactly what you want it to do. You're not trying to force some other piece of software package to get results. And if you have a team of programmers with you at the studio, if you need more functionality or different functionality or whatever, they're continually updating and upgrading that software package. That's great. That's very handy. There's bad to that, of course. The ramp-up time. It takes time to code that software package. It may be buggy because it doesn't go through the strict QA process that other off-the-shelf software packages go through, like Maya or something. If the lead or senior programmers decide to leave, who's going to support this software package? If somebody gets hired to work at the studio, they have to learn that software package because it didn't exist anywhere else. So they have to come in and there's a ramp up time for them to be productive. So there's good and there's bad on all that. It's great. It builds exactly what the show needs. It's usually highly customizable. And it can accomplish things. It gives you a great competitive advantage if you're creating things that other studios cannot create. Again, though, expensive to develop, steep learning curve because it's always brand new to you. There's never any documentation to this stuff because it's literally just coded up constantly every day. And you got to retain a whole team to kind of upgrade and fix this stuff. When I said intelligent CG water, that was a quote from Digital Domain. The water was not really quote unquote intelligent. It could not make decisions on its own. The simulation could be repeated randomly, but it adhered to the dynamic collision rules over and over again. So if you have a huge fluid simulation coming down, say, Fifth Avenue here, I'm just assuming it's Fifth Avenue. I really don't know. All of those objects in the scene, that water is going to have to collide with. Now, you're not going to actually put the real models in there because the real models are far too heavy, too much topology, too much detail. It would take the simulation forever to simulate. So to figure out where the water should go and what it should bounce off of. So you're going to have low-res placeholders to try and speed up the simulation because the simulation, you can set, basically what I talk about when I say simulation is you set up the scene, you prepare it for action, and then you tell the computer to figure out how it works, how it goes. So if you have a huge tank of water hidden away in the back there and you pour all that water down this New York City 3D scene with cars and people and whatever, you then tell the software to simulate what the water would do according to the rules you set up, and you wait for it to be done. And if you like it, then you render it out. Okay. And there's ways to kind of cheat that and help it out and cache it out and stuff like that. Let's take a look at some of this stuff in action.